welcome back to my YouTube channel Salesforce AI Champions. Today I'll be going to talk about the delete action element in Omniscript. So delete action element in Omniscript enables user to delete one or more Salesforce object records, right? So that could be custom object or standard object directly from an Omniscript. So it will identify the record to remove using their unique record IDs passed through the Omni data JSON, right? So let me just create a new Omniscript and I'll just provide the name as delete action demo simple, and this will be like simple use case. I'll just pass some hard-coded IDs to delete the record and just to show you what is the configurations we could achieve through this delete action element, right? So delete action in OS demo. And before get started, please do like, share, subscribe my YouTube channel and also hype this video, and please do consider to take membership into my channel. That will motivate me to create more videos for you, right? So in the Omniscript designer, I'll just place the one text element using which I'll just capture the record ID that needs to be deleted, right? So I'll just put a text element here. Now let me just put a delete action element, right? So that is a standard action, so let me just put it in here, and I'll just decrease the width little bit, and let me just provide in the text, let me just provide the element name as provide record ID. So this will be the element name, and in the label I could provide like provide record ID, or please provide record ID. And in the delete action, let me just update delete record as the element name, delete record, right? So in here in the delete a subject, we could see one option to add a subject to delete. So if I just click on it, we should see like type of a subject. In here we are going to see the list of objects that we just need to select. We can just select for the timing. For the timing, let me just provide the case object. I want to delete few of the case records. For example, I want to delete this test case record. So I'll just copy the record ID first, since we just need to provide the record ID while previewing the Omniscript. So in the type of a subject, we just need to select the case object, right? So I'll just simply search for the case object, and see, there is no search functionality. That is why we just need to find in this way case. Okay, finally we got our object, and after selecting the object, we just need to provide path to ID. So path to ID means that in which field we are passing the record ID, right? So we are passing the record ID at the that text input element field, right? So in here we just need to provide the smart syntax, and under the step one element, right, under the step one element only. So under this, if I just click on it, so this is our step one element. Within it we are going to see this text element, right? So we just need to provide this element name in that merge syntax, right? So I'll just go to this delete action element again, and I'll just click on it, and I'll just provide step one colon this record ID, this field element name, right? So this will be the path to ID field, right? So we can just click on save, and there is a one checkbox mentioned in that fail operation if any records are not deleted. So we could delete multiple records, right? So for the for making this demo at basics level, I'll just make it for a single record deletion as of now. In the next session we will going to discuss, and I'll going to demonstrate like how to delete multiple records as well. So we can just make the checkbox to true if we want to, like there could be like fail operation if any records are not deleted, right? So like if there are like 10 records from which 2 records did not able to get deleted, then we can make the entire operation as failed, right? So those successful deletion of the records will be reverted back, right? So this checkbox we can just make it true, and we can just roll back or the whole operations, right, if in case any record deletion fails, right? So we can just click on save after configuring this one. And there are few configurations, right? So in here we could configure the confirmation model. Confirmation model is nothing but we can just uncheck this one. So we just don't want to show that confirmation model as well, like for this, for this message, means for this case this message will be shown, are you sure, for let me just update the confirmation message, like are you sure to delete this record, and this action cannot be undone, right? So this is the confirmation message we could display while we are going to delete the record, right? So in the error message we could provide any error message, like for anything bad happens, right, the record is not going to be deleted, then we can just display the error message in here. So let me just do it later after some time. Before that, let me just show you how the confirmation model will be shown and how the user message, let me just provide the user message as well. So if the checkbox is true, then we could see this message, like show a message during execution, action message, like in progress. So we can display this while the operation is going on. We could display this message as a loading text, means in progress the message could be shown to the user. And the response transformation, that is okay. And in here let me just check. So this is for error messages, and let me just preview this one and let me just show you like how the deletion is being happened, right? So in here we could provide our case record ID. Sorry, let me just provide the case record ID. And we so please do check it out, this data JSON. So after deletion of the record, we should see that data JSON will be updated with the respective error message or respective success message of deletion as well. And in the action debugger we should see also the delete action element is being executed, right? So this is our delete action element. So I'll just click on delete record, and we are going to see this confirmation model that we have configured, like are you sure to delete this record, this action cannot be undone. So I'll just click on this button. So we can configure or hide the this button or change the level of the button as well. So let me just click on this delete, and we could see the in progress message was showing, right? So in between while deleting the record, but since we did not provide any success message, that is why it is now not showing any success message in here. So we are going to configure that as well in some time. So I'll just click on OK. And now in this data JSON we should see under this delete result, the delete result node, we are going to see this success is true, and this is the record ID is deleted already, right? So in the action debugger also, as well in the delete record, we could see in the response is like success is true, and this is the record ID which is got which is deleted, right? So I'll just go to the record and I'll just try to refresh the page, and we should see this record is being deleted, right? We are not going to see the record, right? So I'll just go back to the case list view. Now let me just copy another case record which I can just delete. So these are all like dummy records, I can just delete for testing purpose. Now what we just need to configure, we need to show a success message, right? So as of now we have configured this confirmation model. We can update the confirmation button label as well. We can just provide like delete record, or we can provide this cancel delete, right? So these button labels can be customized, can be updated. So we can just means disable the confirmation model as well, right? So in the user message we could provide the user message while showing a message while during the execution, right? So this could be configured. And in the error messages, so we can just provide in the error messages, so after whenever the record is being deleted, right? So deleted record message, so whenever the record is deleted, then we want to show one message, right? So I can just put a random message like a record has been deleted successfully. right? So you could provide a message right like this. And if deletion failed, right? So in that case also we want to show customized message. So in that case we can just provide like um, record deletion failed. So this is how we can configure this error message confirmation model and user messages as well. So let me just preview it now. So I'll just provide again the record ID in the delete action in the input element, right? So I'll just provide the new case record ID. Now let me just click on this delete record, and we could see like this is the confirmation model. Are you sure to delete the record? This action cannot be undone, and we could see updated labels of this button as well. So I'll just click on this delete record, and we could see the success pop-up message as well, right? The record has been deleted successfully, right? So I'll just click on OK, and we could see the data JSON is being updated already. And if I just refresh the page, and we could see that record has been deleted. So right, so now let me just show you what happens like if anything if the record is not deleted, right? So in that case, let me just provide any other means instead of case record, since we have configured it for case record. So instead of providing a case record, if I just provide any random contact record, what happens in that case, right? So I'll just provide this account or contact record person contact record. So our delete action is being configured for right for case object, right? So now I'm going to delete account or contact record, right? Person account record. So what happens in that case, right? So we are going to show that deletion, since we have already configured the error message for delete failure. So we should see the error message accordingly, right? So if I just click on delete record element, so we could see it is showing as configuration error. So let me just go OK, and in the design let me just update the error message. So delete deletion, okay, record deletion failed. Let me just update the message, record deletion failed, right? So there are two options, right? Deletion failed message and configuration error message, right? So in the both two cases we want to show this same message, right? Record deletion failed. So now let me just preview once again, and let me just provide the record ID again, and let me just click on, and now we could see the updated custom error message that we have configured in the delete action element is now being shown, right? Delete record deletion failed. And if I just go to the action debugger, so in the delete record response also we should see this error message is being shown, since it not able to delete the record, right? So this is how we can just simply configure the delete action in a simple way. So in the next session I'm going to talk about more about like how to delete multiple record by passing like multiple record IDs within an array. So please stay tuned, and if you like this video, please do like, share, subscribe my YouTube channel. I'll be uploading more tutorials on Salesforce Omnistudio Data Cloud as well as Agentforce topic. And if you like this video, please hype this video, and please do consider to take membership into my channel. That will motivate me to create more videos for you. So thanks for watching.